Hi, this is Dr. Doreen Downing, and I'm a psychologist, and I love hosting this new series that we've got going, the Mindset Social Author Series, where you, the listeners, get to listen to authors speak about their books. And today I get to introduce a friend of mine, Susmita Baru. Hello, Susmita.
Thank you. Hi, Doreen.
Hi, you and I have been dancing around each other for a while, and I'm
Yes.
so pleased that you finally launched your book. It's out, you're part of groups, you're coaching, and look at you going strong, offering what you offer. So I do have a little bio here that I can read so that people can get a better understanding of what you do and who you serve. You serve burnt out women executives, mindful entrepreneurs, modern day seekers. I love that. Immigrants and minorities going through deep personal, emotional, and identity crisis. And you help them develop a spiritual life of inner peace, alignment, full spectrum wealth, happiness, and fulfillment with your mentoring and your coaching programs. And this book we're going to be talking about today, Awakening with Ease. And then notice, folks, that it's awakening begins with A, then we have the W with the with, and then we have ease, the E. So it's awe is what you put, AWE. I love that. Awakening with Ease is the name of your book. So welcome to this moment where we get to say, appreciate you taking the time and put your life together so that you can share something so awesome with us. And let's talk about Awakening with Ease. It's a book and it has a history. How did it get to be written? What was the backstory of that?
Um, yeah, the backstory is a little long. I'm trying to shorten it. So I came as a graduate student from India, and I grew up in a minority family of Buddhist upbringing, and there was no Buddhist around me while growing up. So my last name was a little unusual. So everybody would call me by last name. Uh, so I come to US for I came for when I read The Land of the Free and Brave. It just that kind of gave me the oomph to, yes, I want to explore. And being a geography major, I wanted to see other parts of the world and how they live. I was always interested in people and culture and places. So but within 7 years after coming and going through the conventional life of finishing graduate degree, getting married, raising a child, and getting a job as a professional city planner, I thought I have everything, a nice suburban house, two car, and but I was very unhappy inside doing what I am doing. Although the job was a fit, the environment was not. I faced biases in all my environment. So it was difficult. And to the point then I felt an inner crisis, like something needs to change. And I did not know what to do because I felt I will never be happy in 8 to 5 jobs like this. I felt very imprisoned. And especially the environment that is not supportive. And so that was the beginning of my search. This search is called, there's a term for it, and I just recently discovered it's called a noble search. The
Uh-huh.
search for a noble life that will make me fulfilled and I can live my passion, purpose, and joy. that comes from within me. But I have to discover it.
Yes, but first you have to wake up to the fact
You're right, you're
that
right.
there's suffering going on or the
Yes, yes.
dissatisfaction, something in
Mhm.
your life does not work, and a lot of
Yeah.
people just keep on going, but you didn't. You paused, and it sounds like you faced the fact that your life wasn't as much as you wanted to
Yeah,
yourself.
even though outside I'm fairly accomplished and did achieve my goals, but I was not happy inside.
Uh-huh,
Um, there was a deeper calling, something, but I didn't know what is that.
uh-huh,
But that was the beginning of turning inward. Until that point, I was looking outward for whatever I'm doing.
uh-huh,
Um, it's it's coming from the society or convention. So in Buddhist, they call it conventional life. The
mm,
life by convention you live.
yes. But there's another life that you're pointing to, it sounds like.
Yes.
And what was the beginning of that? Or is this,
Yeah, the
but,
beginning of that I will call what is called mindfulness now, where you turn inward and you use your awareness to develop a connection or relationship with yourself and your own body mind, and know what is there, what do you love. And it was the more I did it, and it came for me spontaneously, as if I'm remembering something.
oh, that's that point is really pretty amazing what you just said about there was a sense that there was something familiar about this inner depth that you were
Hmm.
discovering. Nice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, I reflected on my life from childhood up to that point, and what were the moments I felt grateful or joyful. And yeah, and what were my questions were when I was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
One of my questions when I was reading a book of knowledge as a gift I got as a birthday present, a sudden question came, should I follow the path of Einstein or science, or should I follow the path of Buddha, which was inward? One was the outward, the world and cosmos, and Buddha was talking the inner world, inner cosmos, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
which is deep and subtle. And not many people go into it, but it was such a beautiful journey for me. And the more I could find um, who I am, what my true nature, and the path just unfolded naturally and beautifully. And I just wanted to share that in my book that it is possible in modern day for seekers who are seeking to live a true life, an authentic life.
Mm.
That's their very own. It's coming from life's calling for itself. Life is always wanting us to grow and flourish.
Oh, that's beautiful. Life is always wanting something, and life is calling us to step into more of life that's possible for
Hmm.
us. I get it. So then that's what was the impetus for writing the book, is to share your journey as well as to support others who might want to do the deeper inward
Inquiry,
mindful journey to go to what their life is calling for them.
Yes, yes, and it is a process that is easy and kind of joyful. It's reflective. You can journal and do develop a process of your own where yeah, kind of contemplate and, you know, instead of seeking attention from others, you give yourself that loving attention,
Mm-hmm.
that compassion
Mm-hmm.
for your suffering heart. What is my heart needs and wants? What,
Uh-huh.
yeah, what if I can give it that?
Yeah, this is fascinating, this whole idea of your heart is suffering, and then there's the awareness that it is. I mean, that could go back to your own personal journey that you just talked about a second ago. But then how do you pay attention? How do you give the loving attention that you're talking about? That is what, more healing, more, uh, I don't know, it's just like more medicine for the heart that
Mhm.
is suffering. And it's you yourself that's bringing this goodness or kindness
Myself,
or
yeah.
embracing to your suffering. Ah,
So I see like we all bring a seed kind of
uh-huh.
inside our heart, and when we put our loving awareness and attention to our heart, that seed starts to, take root and blossom. Um,
What a beautiful image. Yes, I see it.
yes.
And the seed, that's something I haven't really heard. Thank you, Susmita, that the heart has a seed. I mean, I know that the idea that we all have a seed, like
Hmm.
the acorn that becomes the oak, but to actually think about and to imagine in my heart is a seed. Oh, that's so
Yes.
in your own experience and finding that seed in your heart, what happens next after you realize that the
Yeah, I went through like a 7-month process of deepening my mindful awareness, and it unfolded kind of, maybe 15 years later. When I studied the scripture and things, and there are description of that, and I felt, oh my gosh, this is something it is already within me, and I remembered. And this is what I call is the feminine wisdom, which is
uh-huh,
lost in today's world because we are too much masculine, too intellectual, analytical, technological. But the feminine wisdom is embodied, and it is the wisdom. And wisdom is also lacking in our education. We forgot what wisdom is.
mhm,
But to have a good life and to live peacefully and to make this planet to its full potential. It is a heaven we are living, but look at the world now and the people, because we don't bring that loving attention, awareness to ourselves. We are seeking through grasping, through greed, hate, and ignorance
ignorance,
of
yes.
our spiritual nature,
Mhm.
that the power is within. So we have to grab it by force and control.
Uh-huh. So this whole idea of the spiritual nature within, I think is when I think of your book title, Awe or Awakening with Ease, but the way you had put the three letters together, awe, I feel like that I'm in awe of what you're talking about today. The whole idea of the seed in the heart and the journey within and the spiritual nature that is us and the feminine wisdom that you are committed to have a passion and that feels like it's your purpose to use your book to bring this to.
Yeah, to uplift the marginalized and oppressed, and women have suffered a long time. And although we are getting out, but we need to have this spiritual seed within us take root and blossom for
Mhm.
the greater good. It's not something for our benefit and wellness. It's for everybody that touches our lives.
Uh-huh.
And energetically, we actually create a field, um, which is not commonly understood or known. uh, this what appears as a personal practice, some people think, oh, it is selfish to sit in meditation or go to retreat, but it is not.
Mm.
Self-care and compassion is the greatest thing we can give to ourselves and to those we love. Our relationship blossoms, and it affects the energy of the world, the collective.
That's what I thought you were going to move into, that idea that
Yeah.
it isn't just our own uh, body and mind, which is important, that we're taking
Yeah.
good care of, but there's something energetically that is around us, I guess is what you're saying. And the more, I just use the word healthy, I guess, kind of
Yeah, it
capture
is.
that, is that there's a rate more of a radiance that's possible from our depth, our soul, as opposed to kind of in a box.
Yes,
Or in a,
yes.
not that necessarily suits don't have hearts and don't have really wonderful energy, but the idea of you're all tied down and suited up as opposed to open and spacious. And I
Yeah,
get that what
just
you
trust
said.
our spontaneous nature and playful nature, our
Huh?
creative nature.
Yeah, playful, spontaneous, creative. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for all of that. Well, speaking of, well, spontaneous and play, what are some things that you could suggest for the listeners today about, I know that we're talking more about being than about
Yeah.
doing, but I think, what can you offer
Yeah,
as,
I feel many young people, and whether on also early adulthood, sometimes we are quietly suffering with whether we feel stuck in the job or relationship or just in life in general, and we feel an angst, and we do not quite know because nobody trained us in our schooling that there may be other possibilities for us. That is really in our own heart. We have to pay attention to ourselves, and because nobody can discover it for us. We have that innate ability and awareness to unfold, to wrap the gift. The questions that we ask, the answers comes from within. And what we are looking is already inside us. So just to trust their instinct, their intuition, and take the leap. Sometimes we have to quit the job. I did quit the job because all my energies were ripe at that moment
uh,
for the awakening. If I didn't quit it, I had this intuition I will be in an accident or will be an illness.
mhm,
Um, and
mhm.
I believe if I didn't quit and took care of myself, my heart, I would be in that situation.
Okay, well, then it sounds like, in terms of your guidance for folks, it's first take a look around, do an
Mhm.
assessment perhaps of where you are, and is this really where you want to be? And
Mhm.
then you have to make some choices. And for those who are risking or ready or willing, it feels like you're available to help them make that
Mhm.
journey in within. That's one
Mhm.
thing. And that if they aren't ready to make a big life transition, it's still possible in the life that they're leading to change. I know that that's so true because I've seen it in my own work where people stay, but they do it differently. So I just wanted to
Mhm.
say that so that hey, folks out there, it's not, you don't have to give up everything if you're not happy. There's the
Yeah.
way to find happiness. And Susmita,
Yes.
Susmita's work seems to be about the inner journey. And I like this whole idea of being in awe of yourself.
And the world also.
then the world, the whole world, and we are part of the world. We're all connected, as you said,
Yes, yes.
around energetically.
And yeah, and
So,
the energy supports us. The universe is built to support us. Life is built to, but we are told to be scared of life.
oh,
To be scared, you have to have this, you have to have, we are, so many times we are stopped from not following our heart.
yes. So that's we'll put a nice period right there around following your heart, and then open it up for one last note or message that you want to give us before we close, listening to us and offering us another
Yeah,
wonderful piece of wisdom.
yeah, I think in modern day seekers and people who are looking for a life of passion, purpose, joy, and awakening to their true nature and ultimate freedom of enlightenment is is not difficult. It is accessible. You don't have to leave the job, go to the mountain, or live a life of a monastic. It is available to a lay person, and even women with their so many household and autumn and work chores and that it is available and accessible. And I just wish you take that leap and believe in your intuition and guidance and awareness and live with wonder and ease. The sense of ease tells you you are in the right path.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Susmita. So, anybody listening, if this is something you want to hear more about from wise authors who understand awareness and what this inner journey, mindfulness journey is about, tune back in. We're doing a Mindset Social author series weekly. These episodes will be released, and join us at mindsetsocial.com. Thank you.